I'm Robert Bushey, and I'm co-pastor at Central Christian Church, which is located at 310 Main Street Northwest in Bourbonnais. That's across from Clancy Gurnan Funeral Home. A lot of people don't know those main northwest streets, but on Route 102. We have worship online right now, but when we're in person, we have worship service on Sundays at 10:30 a.m.
I'm Kelly Youngblood, one of the co-pastors at Central Christian Church. You can find our services online at cccbourbonnais.com and on our YouTube channel, which is also CCC Bourbonnais, as well as our Facebook page. For me, what I like best about Central Christian Church is that it is a community that is not just welcoming, but accepting of all people. It's a place where anybody can find belonging, and they are able to know that they are truly accepted in this place.
One of the things that I love most about our congregation is that we are mission-minded and community-focused. And so we have worked really hard to make an impact in our community, not just in teaching about the gospel, but in enacting the gospel by serving one another. And that's one of the things that I love about CCC Bourbonnais. One of the things that may make our church unique to others in terms of worship is that we offer communion every time we meet for worship. It's central focus of our worship service. And so that's something that's unique. And also that the table is an open table fellowship. And so anyone is welcome to partake in communion with us during worship. There are no requirements for that. We just say, if you believe in Jesus, then you're welcome at the Lord's table. Mm-hmm.
Our mission is to make a difference in our community. We're not just an internally focused church where it's only about Sunday worship, but we are about expanding into the community and letting everyone know how loved they are, regardless of what they think or believe or what they've done. And that's made an impact, I think, because we do that through so many different things, like Blessings in a Backpack is one of our main programs. It's not just this club for people who come on Sundays, but it's about opening up to everybody.
Pastor Kelly mentioned Blessings in a Backpack, and we're in our 7th or 8th full school year of being the lead congregation supporting this ministry that feeds nearly 400 students every weekend with some supplemental nutrition that volunteers come and distribute out to the schools. And despite the e-learning and all the different challenges that we've had this year, we've been able to do that nearly every week of the school year through the schools who have figured out a way to distribute food to students who are qualify for free lunch and who may have food insecurity on the weekends. So that's one of our big focuses. But another one is we are a part of the Christmas Day Inc. free dinner that happens every Christmas. And so we just served over 300 meals on Christmas Day. They were all carry out, and it was 5 above or below wind chill. I don't remember. I just remember my fingers getting very cold out there. But that's one of our mission and ministries that we participate in every year as well. And whatever we can do to be out in the community and serving is we've been doing. We even hosted a mask distribution early on in the pandemic for 2 days, and that went really well. And then Pastor Kelly can tell you about the back to school fair.
So I also work part-time for Catholic Charities in the summer as the back to school fair coordinator. And with the Chicago Bears leaving, we lost our funding and our location there where we had done it, in addition to it being COVID and not being able to do a large indoor event like we had done for the last 10 years. So this past summer, we adapted and did a drive-through fair at Central Christian Church. We were able to hand out, I think, to 400 local families school supplies for their kids for the year from kindergarten through 12th grade. And we also were able to hand out boxes of food provided by the Northern Illinois Food Bank. So it was a great partnership between all three organizations to be able to do that in a time where we weren't sure we would be able to because of COVID. Music is so personal to everybody, and everybody has their favorite song and their favorite style of music. And so it makes it difficult sometimes to do things that everybody loves. There's a lot of hymns that are so rich and have so much depth, and a lot of people don't hear those. And then on the reverse side, when we have so many hymns that we do use, a lot of times we don't hear anything that's more modern. The way people react to music is out of a personal preference most of the time. It's good to be able to have a variety of music. When we're in person, often we'll have more contemporary type music playing ahead of the service, and during the service we'll do a lot of hymns, and so we have it blended in that way, which I think is good because it enables people to hear so many different styles.
We're really blessed to have two wonderful musicians that lead our worship with our music. They're both organist and pianist, Mark Noller and Tim Nelson. Both of them play every other Sunday, and they have also been helping us through recording and putting our services online. And we've been blessed throughout the years at Central. It's a 127-year-old congregation, and we've had wonderful choirs and musicians throughout all of those years. And as everybody knows, music changes, and as the music changes, we try to adapt to that. The main purpose of music for us is that it glorifies God. And so if in our worship service that music glorifies God, we're great to have it. COVID has impacted the way that we can be a congregation together, and I think that's for all congregations. But one of the unique things that we've been able to do because of technology is through Messenger and Messenger video, we've been able to connect with people that may classically be known as shut-ins, or people that are in nursing homes that we can't always visit. And since we couldn't go and physically visit with them, it's been really interesting just to have some of our 80 and 90-year-old folks message and communicate with us via their tablet that they have in the nursing home. But we've been able to have those conversations and pray with them, and that's just a really important connection that we've had. And we've also done some of that around our worship services as well, where we've had some times where people could get on and see one another and communicate with one another and stay connected through that time. So that's been part of our way of continuing to be church, even when the pandemic keeps us from being together in person.
I think one of the other ways that has been good for people to connect is our volunteer, Judy Whitehead, has delivered DVDs of our services to all of our folks who don't have internet and can't watch the services online. We make those, and she gets them out to them every couple of weeks.
I hope people will be on the lookout for the Market 102 Farmers Markets. Still hoping that maybe that can happen this coming summer, that we host. This will be our third or fourth year of hosting farmers markets on the parking lot at Central Christian Church. Also for our cruise nights, we weren't able to do those last year, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to pull some of those off this year. And those are great community events. People can come out and show off their classic cars or hot rods and raise some money for Blessings in a Backpack as well. So it has a dual purpose. And so while those don't have specific dates yet, watch for those coming up June, and we'll have some great events this summer, I hope.